Hello and welcome back to another video on the rest of the day and my predictions for SummerSlam, the second biggest show of the year in many people's eyes, the biggest party of the summer, and yeah, I mean it's a bit earlier than usual, but I'm quite intrigued by the card. It looks relatively solid, lots going on there, lots to keep us entertaining, wide variety of matches. So yeah, let's go straight into the predictions. And we're going to kick off with a celebrity match, Logan Paul versus The Miz. And obviously Logan Paul recently signed a full-time WWE contract and taking on The Miz after The Miz betrayed him at WrestleMania. And it's a match that makes perfect sense. And for me, I think it makes sense for Logan Paul to go over here. He's obviously signed with WWE for longer term, so he'll have more matches. And Miz is the sort of character who can easily take a loss. So yeah, for me it just makes perfect sense here for Logan Paul to pick up the W and then maybe go on to bigger things. Next year at WrestleMania potentially? Who knows, let's see. But anyway, moving on next is for the Raw Women's Championship between Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. Belair and Lynch, obviously they've got a storied history. One apiece now in terms of big matches, I think it is. I don't know. I think Belair's title reign still has more kind of legs to go, really. So I think she'll continue with the belt for a bit longer. But Lynch could also do a big win and could possibly taking on Ronda next year at Mania, could pick up the belt here. So yeah, I'm not sure, it's a tough one to call, but I think it will be Belair for now. I'm going to say Belair. Moving on then to Riddle versus Seth Rollins. This is another interesting one to call because obviously Riddle coming off the loss to Roman Reigns, Seth coming off the loss to Cody Rhodes, not once, not twice, but 3 times. So both of them need retribution. One thing you can guarantee is it's going to be an absolute banger of a match. Of course it will be with those wrestlers involved. But yeah, I may come through nefarious means or something, but I think Seth will pick up the W here. I think it probably will be through double tactics, but I think he will get the W. Next up, the Mysterios take on the Judgment Day in a no disqualification tag team match. And this is an intriguing one because obviously we've had a bit of back and forth on TV. Mysterios picking up the win on Raw, Rhea Ripley coming back and absolutely looking like a beast. But yeah, I think we kind of all know this is heading to one way, and it's going to lead to Dominic finally turning on his dad and joining Judgment Day, or at least that's the way I think it's going. So yeah, I am predicting a Judgment Day win with a heel turn for Dominic Mysterio, which could be quite entertaining to watch, I can't lie. Next up is Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's title, and this is another match which, for me is kind of quite hard to predict because obviously Ronda, she's just lost the title twice and they're building her up for a match at Becky against WrestleMania next year, and kind of like a mega star with Ronda, you don't want her losing twice so quickly in succession, but Liv, her title reign has also just begun. She's receiving the push of a lifetime, and WWE won't want to cut that off so soon. So for me, yeah, it's a really hard one to predict, but I'm going to say Liv for the victory, maybe through controversial circumstances, and Ronda maybe goes off a bit or something like that. But moving on then to Usos versus the Street Profits for the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles. People kind of speculating all the time about when will the Usos titles end. Personally, Street Profits, SummerSlam, it could be a big occasion to really put Street Profits over, considering they've already had shots at the title belt before. I'm not too sure really. I think the Usos will carry on with it, at least maybe until Roman drops the title, which maybe could still be a while away. Who really knows at the moment. But yeah, for me, I can see the Usos retaining, but of course it would be an absolute great match between these two. But yeah, still kind of intriguing result for this one. But moving on into the US title, and we've got Bobby Lashley defending against Theory. Bobby obviously won it at the last pay-per-view, and at the moment I can see him retaining it. He's not really in the world title scene, so having him this will help him. Theory obviously missed the Money in the Bank at the moment, so he's going to be kind of focusing on other things more, you think, than the US title after this. So yeah, you'd say that Lashley would be the favourite to get the win here and then go on the dominating run with the US title for a bit, which I think everyone would love to see. So yeah, for me, undisputedly Lashley for the win here. Moving on then to Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. This is another really intriguing match because obviously McAfee came as a celebrity at WrestleMania, and yeah, everyone absolutely loved him, and I think this is just kind of another match for him, just to build him up. I can see him becoming more and more full-time, building up the card. I think this will be another great success because obviously we've seen how bloody great McAfee is in between the ropes. Corbin will do a good job at putting him over as well, like he's done on multiple occasions before. So yeah, I think this will be another roaring success with McAfee getting a W. And then it's time for the rematch, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. And I don't know if about you, but it just feels like we've seen this match once too many times now to really get too hyped about it. But I'm sure the match will be fun. was what's as ever with these two. But you know, I think it will be Roman Reigns. He'll go on to face Drew McIntyre at Clash of the Castle. Yeah, I just can't see Brock Lesnar taking the title off him, especially when it's all hastily arranged like this. So yeah, I think Roman will retain. But yeah, the big question with him being more part-time now is how long will it go on for. But yeah, I think he will hold it past SummerSlam in this case, so I'm going to say Roman for the W. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and also comment down below and follow us for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel as well, and I'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.